Hello there, everyone. Look, I've got a cup of tea. Well, I thought this would be a funny moment to just explain to you, give you a little insight into how my brain works. So, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Well, I need to turn the camera around, I think. Oh no, I'll have to put my tea down. Just one moment, please. Okay, so, where is the button? There's the button. So look, I thought I'd show you what a beautiful, warm, sunny day it is now. And I think most people would be thinking, ooh, beach, or some such lovely place to go on such a beautiful sunny day. And it hasn't been sunny, I can tell you. But my mind went to, ooh, I can make some bread rolls. Beautiful temperature for proving. So anyway, then I thought, well, that might be a nice little thing to share with people. So come on, we're off to make some bread rolls. Okay, so we're going to give this a little go. Nice and quick and easy recipe. They're the ones we like. And because it's so lovely outside, beautiful temperature, like I said, our bread is going to prove in like 4 seconds. Well, no, not really. At least an hour, I would say. But nice. Nothing better than making your own bread. How joyous is that? And then the house just smells amazing. But then you just risk, you know, all the neighbours coming by. And also the thing is, I'm not sure if you maybe have managed to catch any of my videos so far, but if you have, you will know that I am a Plymouth Argyle supporter. I am a pilgrim. And so it is Saturday, and there's not long to go now before another very vital game of the season. And so bread rolls, well, that's going to keep me occupied. Some things you don't really want to be thinking about. Oh, it's also the Grand National. Oh, but that's a whole other sport thing. Okay, are we ready? Are we steady? Let's go! So, what we're going to need is... Oh, wait! I didn't say hello to you guys today. I have to get even lower for this one. So you see, the thing is that today, because this is just a very quick impromptu, sunny day, let's make bread rolls. I'm up in my everyday kitchen, in my everyday life, in my everyday house. Here we are making some quick bread rolls. Woo! Okay, so we will need to preheat our oven, but I would say it's a little bit early for doing that just yet, because this is going to need to prove for about... 1 hour minimum, I would say. Basically, we just want the dough to double in size. So minimum 1 hour, but you know, it takes as long as it takes. We're all pretty chilled in this house. Then we're just going to mess with them a little bit more, cut them into little dough balls. And then we will want it to rest again for a minimum of 30 minutes. As we get to the end of that process, then we'll preheat our oven to 180. Today we will need some strong white flour. In the UK, I would say strong flour. Here in France, it's slightly different. And the one I like, I don't know if it's an exact equivalent, but the one that works good for me particularly is T65. So everybody may find things slightly differently, but I go for a T65 flour. We have our scales. Ooh, scales here. Bowl on top, and we're going to take our T65 flour and we're going for 250 grams. Depending on how many you're making here, I'm going to go for about 8 small to medium rolls. So if you want like a lot more, maybe even freeze some, whatever takes your fancy, whatever works for you, happy days. Here we go, and we're going for, I need to turn it on. Okay, just one moment, please. T65 flour or strong white bread flour. So here we are. Here we have the flour. Ooh, and we're actually just going to make like a well in the center of the flour where we'll add our liquid ingredients. We're going to add 140 milliliters of milk. 140. So we have our milk ready. Then we want about a tablespoon of olive oil. Like, it doesn't have to be exact. I just give that a little mix. Then we will add our milk. Okay, then I use these little sachets of yeast, like an instant yeast. They're normally around 5 to 7 grams. That's perfect. Just open that up, pop that straight in over the milk. It's all very exciting, isn't it, to make homemade bread? Oh. Although, you see, you know by now, excited by everything, aren't I? Also, about maybe half to 1 teaspoons of salt, and we're good to go. So literally, we're just gonna slowly mix it in, bringing the flour into the middle of the well. Okay, we just mix. Slowly does it, nice and chilled. Don't even need to think about the football game. I am not even looking at the games that are playing right now, which will have like an impact on maybe the end of the season, depending on how we do or don't do. Or actually it just will have an impact because we just haven't been doing very well at all. But we're not thinking about it because what we're doing is we're mixing away, mixing in our flour. Mix. La 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 la. Beautiful sunny day. Don't need to think about the football. Okay, peeps, we're almost there. Okay, and at that stage, as it all starts to come together, you're then going to start using your hands, okay? Keep the flour handy, because you'll need just a little bit of that to start kneading onto the board. So we're just bringing it all together. You can start to wipe around the bowl with the dough, so you're just collecting everything. And there we have it. There's our dough. Ooh. And you might also see incredibly clean bowl. You'd almost think it wouldn't need washing up. At this point, you're going to kind of need to go down to this other camera down here so you can see what's going on. So I'll still keep on chatting to you up here, but we'll be kind of focusing down here on this one. Okay, so as you can see, it's all come together nicely. And what we're going to do, take a little bit more flour. And we just want to give our surface just a little light dusting of flour. Okay, and then we start to knead. Knead however you want. No hard and fast rules. You could just give it a good old poof. You could maybe think about, I don't know, it's been a tough week at work. I don't know, you could start thinking of things and maybe just giving a little bit, you could be like, poof. And that'll work. You're just really looking at giving the dough just a little bit of a hard time, you're just getting everything working in there, the gluten, the yeast and everything. But after a while he's going to be like, I just want to have a little rest. We just want a little rest. And that's why we just leave him to chill out, and the yeast will do its magic and it'll just turn into like a big balloon. Well, not quite, but you kind of get the idea. So we're just kneading for about 5 minutes. I promise I won't chat to you for 5 minutes because it really, I've probably lost you already. But you're going to knead for about 5 minutes until the dough becomes quite smooth. So I'm going to carry on and do this for a little while, and I'll see you in a bit. See you in 5 minutes. Bye. Okay, everybody, so welcome back. I'm just about finished, I'd say. Just finishing off here, going to turn it into a little bit of ball. I don't know if you can see this, but it's much smoother now. It's like, oh, nice, smooth as a baby's bottom. A baby's bottom's not smooth. There we go. That's all going to be ready to prove. So what we need to do, take our lovely clean bowl that was, almost didn't need to be washed. And we're going to put, to be honest, I normally just put just a little dabble of flour at the bottom. Just to stop it sort of sticking, and then put that into my bowl. What we're going to do is cover it with a clean, obviously, but sort of damp to wet tea towel. So I'm just going to get that some water over here. And then we really do want it to be a damp tea towel. And over the top it goes. Ooh. And we're going to leave that for, like I say, minimum of maybe 1 hour, but we'll see how it goes. If it needs some more time, that's cool. And we basically want it to double in size. So we just want them to be in a nice little warm spot, hence my excited it's such a nice warm sunny day. Okay, so put the kettle on, people. We'll see you in a little bit. Say bye. 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 Oh, happy days. Hey, so we're back and it's been really warm and sunny outside, so we're already at double the size. We could keep going a little bit, but let's just go for it. So what we need to do now is give it a good old boof. Then we're going to take her out. I'm going to take our lovely dough out. I'm just going to give her a little bit of a roll around, bit of a quick little knead. Oh, super soft. Oh. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we want to kind of turn it into, well, I'm going to go for 8. Okay, we're going to make about 8 smallish rolls right now. So I'm going to give her a bit of a roll out, bit of a sausage. Okay, then I just have a pastry cutter and I'm going to go about half again. And then half again. Voila. I mean, they don't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And then what we want to do, we just want to shape them into balls. Like a rough ball shape there. There we go. And we're going to make them into ball shapes. And then here we go. We have our baking tray. Going to place them onto our baking tray. Just a little press. And then we do exactly the same for all of them. So just a nice roll, turn it into a little bit of a ball shape, onto the side, bit of a space between them. Oh look, it's reminding me of a football. Not long to go now. Last one. There we go. So there we have, you can see that. So I've made 8 sort of small to medium. So again, we want them to prove a little bit. So with the same tea towel, going to pop it over the top. So they're just going to chill out on the baking tray for maybe about 30 minutes or so. So in about 15 minutes, I'll preheat the oven to about 180. They'll rise a little bit again, and then we'll put them in the oven and they'll take about 20 minutes to bake. That's it. And we'll have the joyous smells of lovely fresh bread. And I'm really happy. We're not too far from the start of the football. And then my day is probably going to get less exciting. So yay for fresh bread rolls. Woo! See you in a bit. So welcome back again. The big unveil. Ooh, yay! So we're going to put these in the oven now for 20 minutes and then we'll come back to show you the final baked bread rolls. Woo! Fresh out the oven, people. Woohoo! Super happy with those bad boys. And I'm just saying, I mean, I can't hang around for long because the game is actually happening. And I mean, we're winning. Here we are, back again. And I think I should be very sensible. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you these fresh baked rolls. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Now I'm being very controlled. Very, very good, because there's just one other thing to tell you. Plymouth 2, Norwich 1. Ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I know, we're still bottom of the table, but there's hope. And there's fresh baked rolls. Ooh. I'm gonna stand up just so that you can see how soft these are, look. Oh. They're so light, they're super light and fluffy. Can you, I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is a happy days moment. Look at these. Oh, and can you just imagine, just warm from the oven, slathered in butter. Oh, I mean, oh my God. I wish I could articulate what's happening in here. It's like it's so light, it could float away. I'm really happy that it was so sunny today, that I was inspired by the temperature to let some dough prove. I'm not really a baker. It's so full of science, really, but this is just to show you how simple this is. And if you're not really tied by anything time-wise, it's just the simplest thing to do. And it just turns out to be the most delicious bread. There's just something, I don't know, what is it? There's just something just so fabulous about making your own bread. Do you find that? That just makes me so entirely happy. I just don't know what to say to you. Look at it, it's so light and fluffy. Now I've got a craving for ham and mustard rolls. Where's that come from? I'm gonna go get some butter and just slather it in butter. But also, you may not realise, but I'm being very good. And what I'm actually gonna do as soon as I turn off this video is go run about the house and look like a really crazy person because Plymouth Argyle won! Come on, you queens! Woo! I'll see you later, peeps. I'm off with the rest of my rolls. Bye. Bye. See you soon. Bye. Au revoir.